So I did the pilot and I did the first season of that show, and that fell into my lap. And they were like, well, Spike Lee is going to be the director for the pilot. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, because I think he was promoting one of his other movies and he had to deal with them. And so he was going to do the pilot. And it was an experience working with him. He was super lovely. I mean, he's very quiet. And he'll tell you yes or no, pretty much in those terms. And I noticed that everybody was a little nervous around him, but I really liked him. He basically would go scouting and everybody would be scared to tell him no, or even if they thought it was wrong. And I was like, one day I'm like, no, I don't think we should do this one. You know, everybody like looked at me like, oh my God, you know, what is she saying? And I'm like, it's just not the right one. The other courthouse that we were going to go to was better. And he goes, okay, let's go. And he just like wanted the input. And so we worked together really well. And I got lucky at the end. He was very complimentary to me, to like all the people at the studio. He went up to him and said he thought I was very talented, which apparently he doesn't do that often. So that was kind of high praise. And I remember we had to build a mock courtroom that was supposed to be in James Woods' house, Shark's house. And everybody thought it was strange. And, you know, he had the best explanation for it. He basically goes, some people have basketball courts. Some people have volleyball courts. He has a courtroom in his basement, you know. And I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. So we ended up finding a location for his house originally, and we shot there. But then when it went to series, I ended up building the house, and I think we did a really an amazing job on that set. Like, I'm very proud of it. I was able to tweak it enough so that you could film in it a lot easier. There was a lot of like problems with the house that we were really in, just size-wise and scale. And so I was able to kind of tweak it and make it really beautiful. And I remember one day I was up in my office and the AD calls me down to set. And I'm like, uh-oh. Like, I hate being called to set. What happened? And so I get down there and James Woods is there. And he's like, okay, everybody, this is Suzuki. I want you to give her an ovation. This is an amazing set. And so they gave me a standing ovation, which was pretty amazing. Like, so, you know, James Woods, he was a character to work with, but for the crew, he was super kind.